Dominic Breazeale has said he will retire Deontay Wilder in their matchup for the WBC World title. They fight next weekend, and it's going to be a big fight, but Dominic Breazeale has said that he will stop Deontay Wilder and he will knock him out, and Deontay Wilder will not come back from that. Now, Dominic Breazeale, he has a good chance of beating Deontay Wilder. In my opinion, this is a matchup that it really can be settled by whoever lands first. If Wilder lands that wild right hand, then obviously Dominic Breazeale is going to struggle to recover from that. And likewise for Deontay Wilder, if Dominic Breazeale does land something significant, then Deontay Wilder will struggle to recover, because Dominic Breazeale is a big guy, he does hit very, very hard. The only problem I see with Dominic Breazeale is he's quite slow, he doesn't have great footwork, and I don't know whether he has the stamina to go in there for 12 rounds. So, to be honest, I think unless he gets Deontay Wilder out of there in the early half of the fight, I don't really see him having that much of a chance going on later into the fight. Because I've seen him gas in fights, I didn't think really he fought that well against Molina. He was getting hit way too much. And I don't think he was landing that well. He wasn't finding his punches, he didn't have good punch variation in that fight. Molina, I mean, he does run a lot. He's not really a guy who wants to fight, he likes to run away. But still, I mean, Dominic Breazeale didn't really have a remedy for that. And Deontay Wilder is better than Molina, so I don't really see what Dominic Breazeale can bring to the table here. Now, obviously, I'm not saying he can't do it, I believe he can do it. There is a way that Dominic Breazeale does win this fight. Obviously, he has Virgil Hunter behind him, which I think was a very good choice because he needed to work on his defence. Virgil Hunter is a very good defensive trainer, and that is what Dominic Breazeale really needs to work on here. He gets hit way too much, and you cannot go in there with a puncher and consistently get hit because there's only one thing that's going to happen. So all in all, really what Dominic Breazeale has to do to win is just beat Deontay Wilder up, grab hold of him, pull him around, throw him about, because Dominic Breazeale, he is a stronger guy. He can hold on, he can throw him about, turn him when he needs to, just make Deontay Wilder miss if he can also, which I don't think is going to really be that easy for Dominic Breazeale, because as I said, he is kind of a static target. But still, I'm not saying he can't do it, anything can happen in boxing. If he can learn to roll under the shots, maybe even catch a few shots, he doesn't want to be catching too many because that power is still going to come through his gloves. So he wants to catch a few shots or catch less power shots and then try and duck the bigger shots. Because I mean, you can kind of see him coming from a long way off with Deontay Wilder. You can telegraph those punches. You can see when he's winding up, when he's loading up, because it is very, very obvious. He has his stance quite wide apart and you can just see him pulling that punch back. So Dominic Breazeale, he should be able to see it coming, but we just don't know whether he will be able to move out the way fast enough. Because not only is Deontay Wilder very powerful, he is very fast also. So Dominic Breazeale, he's going to struggle to get out of the way of those punches. But if he can, he's going to have to find a way to get into position to counter Deontay Wilder. That is his best bet in this fight, I think. Counter him. Don't try and outpunch him, don't try and punch with him. He needs to try and slip those shots, duck under them, and then come back with his own fire. Even his jab is going to be a good weapon in this, because he has a kind of a lazy jab. He's not the best jabber in the world. That is something he's going to have to use in this fight. Because Deontay Wilder, despite him having little to none boxing ability, he does have a reasonable jab. And if Deontay Wilder does start using that, then he will start setting up the right hand. But again, you will be able to see that right hand coming from a mile off. So Dominic Breazeale, he's going to have to get his jab going. And from the first round, he's just going to have to let Deontay Wilder know that he is not going anywhere. He is in there to fight. Because let's be real, Deontay Wilder is underestimating Dominic Breazeale. He doesn't think that Dominic Breazeale can hurt him. He doesn't think that he can beat him. He thinks this is just a walkover job, which does work in Dominic Breazeale's favour. He can cause an upset here. And Deontay Wilder, if he's undertrained, if he hasn't prepared diligently for Dominic Breazeale, then Dominic Breazeale can catch him out. It's just whether he is good enough, he has a good enough game plan, and he doesn't get caught up being macho trying to trade with Deontay Wilder, because that is Deontay Wilder's game then. Deontay Wilder can land something significant. But guys, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think that Deontay Wilder can be beat by Dominic Breazeale? Do you think Dominic Breazeale can retire him on May 18? Please drop your thoughts in the comments below. Please like the video and subscribe for more content. Thank you guys.